how the world was formed by natural processes instead of a creator.
So how did you come to repent of your disbelief and turn back to God?
I had purchased a condo that I thought was going to be quiet because I was looking for a quiet place to write. In 1995, I was let go by the government, and I went to a work counselor, and he suggested that since I'd written these amateur magazine articles that I should go professional. So I took him up on that and took a magazine writing course and all that. And then I started to try and write, but I had noisy neighbors that let their dog out for hours and were very uncooperative when I asked that they be quiet so I could study my courses. And so I thought a condo would be good because, of course, they'd have stricter rules and whatever. When I moved in, it was far noisier than I had thought. The 2 times that I did go there, it was nice and quiet. But when rush hour came, there was so much noise, and then, of course, there were some noisy neighbors, and the condo president didn't do anything about them and whatever. So I realized that I needed God's help because I couldn't run my life on my own as I thought I could. So that's when I repented and asked the Lord for forgiveness and went back to believing in God again.
So how did you repent? Did you talk directly to God, or did you go to a minister or a priest?
No, I just sat down on my bed and wept and asked the Lord for forgiveness and told him that I was sorry and that I made a mess of things and that I wanted to have him run my life again.
You write that various Bible teachers deprogrammed you. What do you mean by that, and how did that happen?
I had learned a lot of blasphemous doctrines, as I said, and when I started listening to tapes that a friend of mine in Tallahassee, Florida sent me of Bible teachers, I started to realize that all the things I believed in at that house church were wrong, and that things that were handed down from the church fathers and whatever, as far as true biblical doctrines, were actually correct. And the lay minister that was at that church had just cobbled together a bunch of blasphemous ideas from various cults and whatever to make his own set of beliefs rather than going by what the Bible said. So as I listened, I began to reject and learn that the things of the Bible really were true. So as the years went by, I started hearing things that were I used to believe in, but now I realized that they were wrong, and so I started to relearn everything about the Lord. And it was quite a process, but I'm glad for those teachers such as John MacArthur, Hank Hanegraaff, Charles Stanley, and all the rest of those good Bible teachers for setting me straight about these truths in the Bible.
A memoir can be difficult to write, Bruce. What was the most challenging part of writing your book?
For me, the hardest part was just facing the fact that I'd been so wrong and believed in such blasphemous nonsense. I mean, when you start thinking about UFOs and people going up to the Nahanni Valley for the city of refuge when the Mark of the Beast comes and all this other stuff, it's just, I just realized what nonsense it was. But it was also just hard to accept that I had not only believed that stuff, but told others about it and thought that they were stupid for not believing me. So it was pretty hard to face up to that, but every time I came across something painful, I handed it over to the Lord and asked him to, take the pain away and help me to set others straight that were in that sort of situation.
So what do you hope to accomplish by writing your testimony in a book form?
I'm hoping that people will understand that the Bible is the final court of arbitration when it comes to doctrine, and that they should learn to read the Bible for all it's worth, to be able to understand the various genres of literature that are in the Bible, and that you can't cherry-pick scriptures, take them out of context. I found that that minister that I used to believe in had taken so many things way out of context that it was just astonishing that when I read the verses in context, that I actually believed all that stuff. So I hope that I can help people that way, and I'm also hoping that I can comfort others because I've had actually a couple of calls of late of people that said that they had either known somebody that was in a cult or they'd been in the cult themselves, and it was really, really fascinating to see the result of the camaraderie of people such as myself who had been through that situation and who wanted to talk with others about it. So that's the people that I'm hoping to reach with my book.
You're an experienced writer, so is it safe to assume there will be another book?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll get another book out soon. One thing I want to do is write fiction. I've been writing memoirs. Like the first one was about my life with house rabbits, and the second memoir was about my 6 years at a blind school and what it was like there. So I'm hoping that I can practice on short stories and eventually maybe even write a novel. I'm hoping that if I can stay on my pension for the next 9 years, or if something good happens that my book starts really selling and I don't need the pension anymore, that I can just keep on writing. I really love writing, and I really love the creative process and making up characters and writing them down and just crafting a story. So I do intend to keep on writing until retirement or even past then.
In what format is your current book available, Bruce, and where can we purchase it?
I've got it in Kindle and Nook, and I believe it's on the Apple iStore as well. It's available through Barnes & Noble, Nook form, through Amazon in Kindle, and I'm not sure what the Apple format is because I don't use Apple computers. But the print book is also available from www.virtualbookworm.com, and I have just ordered a bunch of books for myself as well, so I can send them out as promo copies and complimentary copies for people that I mentioned in the book.
Okay, great. Bruce, thank you for coming on the Christian Author Show today to share a little about your experiences with the audience. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Hans Hanegraaff, host of the Bible Answer Man radio show, states that we must be so familiar with the truth that we can spot a counterfeit gospel right away. By writing his testimony, Bruce Atchison shows how important knowing the genuine gospel is for all Christians. It can be difficult to recognize the difference between cult and true religion, and this memoir should help you in that task. The title again is How I Was Raised, A Journey from Cultism to Christianity by author Bruce Atchison. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with today's show, and to find out more Christian and other authors and their books, I invite you to visit theauthorsbookclub.com. Check that website, as many of our show guests and their books are featured right there. And if you are an author yourself, this is a good place for you to list your own book and to show it to the world. That website again is theauthorsbookclub.com. Thank you for listening, and please join me next time with another great Christian author and book on the Christian Author Show. I'm Danielle Hampson, and may God continue to keep you safe and hear your prayers.
Thank you for listening, and tune in next time for another great book on the Christian Author Show. To find out more about the show, visit thechristianauthorsshow.com.